Good afternoon, Tutor Henry Carvajal and partners who belong to the course of English Conversation. My name is Nelson Hernando Leguizamo. I am 45 years old. I live and work in the great city of Ibagué. I am coursing the 7th term of Bachelor in Teaching English as a Foreign Language. Well, I'd like to share some personal information for you to see and get to know me a little bit more. Well, professionally, I am a systems engineer. I studied at the University of Antonio Nariño in this city. I graduated in 1996, but I really have my experience in the field of languages. I have been working as an English teacher for the last 24 years of my life. Some of the institutions I have worked for are different primary schools at the beginning of my experience. I've also worked for Tolima University and Cooperativa University here in Ibagué. I've also talked a couple of years working for Smart Training Society. It is a school of languages placed in Bogota. In another two different institutions for native tongue, it's a Canadian English Institute. I worked there for 9 years, so it's a great experience. I work with Canadian people. I've also worked for Praxis Laboratory. And finally, for the last 16 years of my life, I have worked for SENA as an English instructor. Well, there is a part where we have to explain how I got my English level right now. Let me tell you that I had the opportunity to be in the United States, in the city of New York. Back in 1988, I had that opportunity because my mother had the chance to send me there in a program of interchange students when I was in high school. And also along the 24 years of experience, I had gotten my English level, as you can prove it here in this video. Well, there is another part in the guide where we have to speak about the strategies we can use to improve English skills, but in conversation or in speaking. Well, I consider that to get the level, good level in speaking English, is the language aptitude. I understand and I guess you also know that learning English is not for everyone, or learning any other languages is not for everyone. So the aptitude you have, or the students have, it's very important. I have seen so many students who have enrolled in some programs and they want to learn English, but they come to me saying that it's very difficult for them because they don't find the right way or method, even though they have the experience to have studied for 2 or 3 or even more years. So I think the language aptitude counts too much. Well, another thing I consider very important is traveling abroad. If we have the opportunity to live the language, it's very important to get the skills, because it's very important to live the language, enter in contact, enter with the culture, that it gives you more energy and you will feel more accurate. It gives you a special touch to the process of learning a new language. So I think when you live the language you're learning, you will get a lot of benefits from that. Another thing is to be in contact with native speakers, even though you are not in the foreign country or where English is spoken. So if they come to your country, it's very important for you to have the chance to practice and get to know those people, and get all these skills you need to communicate in English, either written or oral. It worked out for me because when I got back from the States, I had the chance to be a translator for audiences, and it was very hard at the beginning, but it gives you the energy, it gives you the chance to be successful in English conversation. Well, another important thing is to program your own study plans. I mean, you can study by yourself. There are so many opportunities nowadays through the internet. In my age, in my case, it was not possible because we are going back to 1988, so internet was not at hand. But today, many people have that resource that counts too much on the learning processes. Well, these are the things I have to say right now and so far, starting this new course. Tutor, thank you so much for having me and giving me the opportunity to be part of your groups, and I want to give my all to perform good tasks, and why not to improve. If we will have the chance to have personal communication, it would be great. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching the video. And if you have any comments, they are welcome. Thank you. Goodbye.